Hey everyone, so today we're going to be learning how to teach our dogs to sit pretty. So what you're going to want to do first is put your dog into a sit and most likely have a treat for luring. And all we want to do right now is teach the dog that if they lift their paws slightly off the ground, they're going to get a reward. So we're going to lower him a little bit up. Good. And praise that right away. So if their paws just get off the ground even for a half second, reward that right away. And you can also start associating whatever you want your cue to be. I use sit pretty. Sit pretty? Good. So that right there, that tiny little hop off the ground, that's probably more realistic as to what your dog might do if they don't know this trick yet. Han already knows it, so he's probably going to be trying to do the full behavior for me. So sit pretty? Good. So you want to just keep rewarding that, getting the front paws just slightly off the ground. Good. Until you feel they really have that step down pat and they're doing it right away and with a little less luring. Good. So once you feel like they have that first step down, they're doing really well with it, you're going to want to lower them just up a little bit higher. Good. So that right there, his claws were a little bit higher. Good. So kind of get them up to that position a little bit higher, not maybe a fully sitting back on their haunches, but maybe about halfway there. Good. Good. And don't ask them to hold the position yet. You want to build up to that because that's going to require core strength and balance for them to do that. So just focus on getting those front paws up. Good. And reward. And again, associate your cue as you're doing that. Sit pretty. Good. And that's what I usually do when I'm training. I say good, give the treat, and usually say whatever verbal cue that I'm trying to associate with the behavior. Good, sit pretty. I'm purposely not saying it beforehand here because otherwise he'll just do it because he does know this already. And once you feel like, again, practice that for a while. And when you feel like your dog has that down really well, that might take a couple weeks, then you can start getting them up to the full position. Sit pretty, like that right there. So you can go sit pretty. Good. Sit pretty. Good. And again, when you're asking them to completely sit back up like that, I probably wouldn't ask them to hold the position still. We just want them to learn that sit pretty means that position. Good. Sit pretty. Good. Sit pretty. Sit pretty. Good. And once they're kind of getting up to that position, and you can see that they're able to get up to that position, not holding it, but they get up to the position, you reward it. Then after you've practiced that for a while, you can move to the point where you ask them to either wait or stay in the position, whatever cue you use with your dog for that type of thing. So you can go sit pretty, wait, good, and reward that. And again, don't start out with telling them to wait and hold the position and then have them hold it for 5 seconds. That's probably going to be asking too much. So just do it for like a second and release them, reward them, great job, and then slowly build that up over time to where they can hold it for a second, 3 seconds, 5 seconds. And I would say probably try to always, if you notice them starting to wobble, that means they're probably at their limit for their core strength and what they can do right now. So give the release word and reward them before they break on their own. You want to end it on a good note and solidify what everything means and have them feel successful too. Sit pretty, wait, good. And then eventually over time, as you keep practicing that, you'll get to the point where Han is now, and you can just say, sit pretty, wait. So no lure needed. He can hold the position. That's a good boy. And that's it. That's how you teach sit pretty. And if you want to add more challenge to it later on, you can try to add distance. So that's just something that I can ask him to do from 10, 15 feet away, but we worked up to that. It started out as 1, 2, 3 feet, but you can keep practicing that, and eventually you can have your dog 10 feet away from you and ask for a sit pretty. Sit pretty. Good. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. We're Healer Point over on Instagram. Definitely give us a follow over there. We post pretty much daily different trick things, training, general dog lifestyle stuff. So give us a follow. Thank you.